welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to go through the design of my sink right back there for my van. This video is going to maybe be a little bit hectic, not that my other videos aren't, but as you can see, I am not currently staying in the van. I haven't stayed in the van since September, and it's December right now, so the van has been in kind of this current state for the last few months, and I'm still very much building it out. But I picked up a new job with Habitat for Humanity. I am renovating my apartment, so a lot of life changes has made it so that I had to make a shift. But anyway, I did want to show, because my last video was just the electrical not working, and since then we've come a long way. Things are in a semi-stable situation. So it's December 22nd. It's pretty busy out here. I am just on the streets of Providence. There's like a crew working behind me. They were kind of swearing and making noise just a minute ago. People are coming and going, I think trying to get all their presents and trying to get ready for the holidays. Regardless, with that said, I wanted to go ahead and get into the sink design. Alright, so just pardon all of this stuff. I am having to use the van as transport for now, but I would still recommend people who are trying to do a van conversion to go ahead and do it. It's not costing me anymore to have this be my main vehicle, and I'm able to get my work done and also continue to work on it whenever I have the chance. So now, if you remember, this used to be my sleeping area. I had my clothing bin right here, and then back here I've designated to be my sink wash up area. Right, so then on the bottom here I also have my bin of sawdust, so for bathroom needs. And this was my rudimentary bathroom setup. Just really, like, if you're not going outside in the woods like I am, because I'm staying more within the city, then a container like this would be sufficient. It was sufficient for me, really, for the couple of months that I stayed here. With the sink, this is a double-sided sink water dispensing design, and I'm pretty proud of it. So up here I have a couple pieces of rope that holds it in place. The whole container will spin over. So before, it was facing outward for, say, if I'm parked at a scenic spot, or if I wanted to use it from the outside, then I can. These pieces of rope then slot back into place and hold the container together. So even with one hand, that wasn't that difficult, and in driving around I haven't had any issues with it coming out. So pretty simple, just a couple of eyelet bolts, a piece of string. I think the look of it also is okay compared to something more elaborate that's built out. Then I've got a standard kind of like dishwashing pan here. It measures about 11 by 9, and then I have a scrap sink drain piece, the whole assembly. So I've got the top, I've got an extra rubber gasket in between the pan and the wood. This is just a box that I fabricated plywood. This is 3/8 inch plywood, and then combined with 1/2 inch plywood for the structure of the box. So just different pieces that I screwed and fastened together. You can make yours the way that you like. I would say keep the outer dimensions about this. If you're curious, ask in the comments and I'll measure whatever for you. I just don't have all of the blueprints because I made it as I went. I discovered and figured it out as I went. But really, about this height matches. This is my kitchen that I'm still working on, so everything will be at around the same height, which will be really nice. Then also the wastewater is right there as well. So you can see from this side, it pulls out one hand pretty easily, pushes back in. I will paint it later. and then have it be looking even nicer. Pocket holes for a lot of joinery, really pocket holes, glue, some staples for the drawers. So pretty straightforward. Ask any questions that you may have. I am now going to go outside and then show you guys what it would be like to empty the wastewater. Here we are in the back of the van. And the whole idea is that everything will still not obstruct my view when the trunk is down, my sink is in place, and I'm lying down. And that was a really important aspect of the design for me. Also, this double-sided sink I felt was really great use of this space. And the way that works is just there are a couple of cleats. So the drawer slides on a top and bottom piece that holds it in place of wood. And then there's just one piece of a cleat that's holding it from pushing completely out, and then when it comes back this way, it is prevented from sliding all the way out. That's really all there is to it. And if you really wanted to take it out, there is enough clearance for it to be taken out. A little bit of slop, but I don't mind it too much. And then once I paint it and do like the final touch-ups, I can add a little bit more padding. It will be very smooth and good enough. Now, in order to get rid of the wastewater, because this whole connected piece is all waterproof right now. Here's a little look on the bottom, just the rest of the sink components. Then I added some flashing tape to make sure it's a good seal, zip tie, and then this is an old piece of vacuum hose actually. But really anything that you have, for me, this is what worked. And this is a plastic, like jerry can type container that I also had lying around. So really all of this was recycled. I didn't have to buy anything. Then down here, in order to get rid of the wastewater, it's a 5-gallon jerry can, by the way, and that has been a good size. So both of these components, the top and the bottom, in my experience when living in the tiny house, this should last you about 2 weeks in use. So I felt like that was a good amount of time. This is good size for the van, and also a good size for comfort and utilization. So this rope helps me pull it out. As you saw, I just lightly took it out. I'm about like 5 foot, 105 pounds, and this size also is good for just like weight wise. So yeah, pretty much. So take it out, and then once it's taken out, then you unhook it, dump your water, dump your wastewater, rinse it out if you need, and then slot it right back in. And it's like almost easy, even with one hand, since my other hand is holding the camera. Slot that back, bring you back down, and that's about it. So I think I want to keep this video nice and short. I can tell more about the electrical system that's been done as well, but I'll do that separately because I don't want to be too long-winded. It's a little windy, but ask me any questions that you may have. Happy holidays, everybody. Happy to be doing things that I love. Hope you all will enjoy time with family and friends. Bye.